Hello viewers and welcome back to Decidedly Vanilla. On today's episode we're going to get this shop actually open. Don't quite have it open. And I'm waiting on a response currently back from Clandlewood because there was an accident at a sheep farm and I need to repair it. But Clandlewood has an interesting building style. Like, really interesting. And what I specifically might mean by that in this particular case is that he uses so much block variation, which I suppose is a good thing in most cases. However, when it comes to somebody accidentally letting a creeper... Oh my gosh, this is so full. Someone accidentally letting a creeper blow up and destroy a part of what you've built, and then trying to rebuild it. In that instance, in case, block variation is bad. Very, very, very bad. Because I typically just use like one type of wood. He uses like every single kind of wood in the world. That's going to be for the banner shop. And I don't have every kind of wood in the world. And actually, let me fix that in case it's bugging any of you. I apologize. Got the spruce and the spruce. The only thing I don't have a lot of is the dark wood, because that's not something that is as easily farmable. At least not for me. I think we got a decent amount. I think we could use some more oak. So we will need... Gosh, why do I have all the things? Can you hold any more? You're like... bursting at the seams here, Mr. Chest. There you go. Take that. Take that, why don't you? Spruce wood planks. And lapis. Oh, and I got another. Yeah, I definitely got enough acedia. I say to you, I got enough acedia. And someday I need to make those not junk chests. So out here, I have, and it gave me the idea for a build, but I ain't going to do it. I think we could pop through here. Right? Yeah, nothing normally can make it up this way. It's like, we should have a tree farm. Like an actual, I don't mean like row by row, but kind of like you would see at, I don't know, like in real life. They don't necessarily have them all planted row by row, do they? Maybe they do. I don't know, but you go and you pick the tree you want, you chop it down. So that's what I'm going to be doing, I suppose. Here is my oak and my oak. These are jungle. I shouldn't need too much jungle. I mean, I don't need a whole lot of all of them. It's just one area that got blown up. But I figure I might as well up my wood supply. So that's something I'm going to be working on. Getting at least a basic supply of wood. And then finishing up this shop. Making it actually open. And aside from that, I don't know. We'll figure something out. Because that shouldn't take the whole episode. So this is my banner shop. The thing is, most people already have a banner. It's an exciting feature. So I didn't get this built up fast enough. But I should still be able to make some money. And the reason being convenience. People like things to be convenient. There's many things in real life that you can go do on your own. You can get yourself, but you don't. Why? Because somebody's already done it. And it's more convenient to just give them a little bit of money and then just have it. And for you, it's worth it. So why not? All right, let me fix this up, and then we'll meet back and I'll show you exactly what I'll be doing that will be convenient for the players of the server and why they should give me their money. And viewers that aren't my regular viewers that aren't my... I trip over my words so often, and I hope that's partially why you watch me, because I don't see a way around it. The viewers that also are the viewers that happen to also be on the server, that also happen to play on the server, on the Decidedly Vanilla server, this server, my server, us server. DVers. No, I forgot what I was going to say. I'll be right back. And take 2. And what have we learned, viewers? We've learned always make sure your mic is on before you start recording. But all I really did was give the overview of this banner shop, and since I've already done it, I'm not going to do that now. Instead, no, I'm kidding. We will do it. I will do it a second time, and this time I will be more practiced. All right, so the banner shop is complete, and I have announced it in the Skype chat that we use. This is our server mates. We used to communicate with each other, so they should be using it every day, and they should have it on all their videos. And if they don't, I want you to tell them, hey, why haven't you visited bRanN's banner shop? Because it's a valid question. So go up to the entrance, the new standard and standards. Have a banner day. bRanN's Banners, a subsidiary of bRanN Corp. Now about the title, I wanted to call this Banner Shop, and I wanted shop to be spelled Francois with the E, shoppy. Of course, the E is silent, but the alliteration of bRanN's ban, I could not avoid it. There you go. Silly snapshot. So you walk in. This first floor is banner supplies. We have dies, any 7 for 1, any 5 for 1, any 3 for 1. We have the simple colors, the stuff that you can get from flowers. We have the harvested colors, the stuff you have to grow or hunt. And we have designer colors, the colors that are maybe a little more difficult to get, perhaps slightly more limited in supply, and the other ones that you have to mix some stuff together, which happens to include maybe things that aren't as cheap. And on this side, we have the banners themselves. 1 second. Sound. Weather. Yeah, not completely gone, just quiet. We have patterns, vines, any 5 for 1. Now, if you're smart, you'll buy a pack of 5 and you'll grow them and harvest them yourself. But you know what? I've said it before, I'll say it again. My shops are all about convenience. Yeah, you can get your own wool. Yeah, you can get your own potions. Yeah, you can mine for your own materials. But the thing is, why bother? I have the materials. I have the stuff you want right here. Nice and convenient. You spend a little extra iron that you don't really need, and you can get back on track, and you can do whatever it was that you wanted to do before you realized you didn't have the materials you needed to use it. We got daisies for that oxeye daisy pattern, and we have golden apples, any 5 for 1 iron. Now, you may notice something a little strange about these golden apples. I just want to point out the little asterisk and the little disclaimer. Golden apples do not include any gold. This is in the interest of the buyer. If these apples were coated in gold, you think the price would be any 5 for 1 iron? No way. No. So that I don't want to say cut corners, but we're looking out for the buyer. We value our customer, and we value them well. So that's why we did it that way, and I think everyone will understand and agree that it's a great idea. Now, monster heads. Monster heads are quite rare. So you see all the prices: 1 iron, 1 iron, 1 iron, 1 iron, 1 iron, 3 diamonds. Okay, and that's fair. These are hard to get a hold of, but you'll notice out of stock. And if I'm completely honest, we've never had any in stock. But that brings our attention to this sign. Now hiring. Headhunter will pay 66% commission on every sale. So, if you're interested, you go hunt some heads, put them in here. Contact me first. Let's work it out. And for every one we sell, you get 66%. So for every head we sell, I would keep 1 diamond. You'd get 2. Sure, you could go sell it for yourself, but this storefront is perfect. And this is where people are going to be going for banner supplies. So why not sell them here? I think it's a fair trade. We also have a spot for some banners for our server mates if they decide they, well, not there. That's the sign that says banner consulting this way. We'll get to that. Your banner here. So let's display some pride. If you got a nice banner, let's pop it in here. Let's have some fun with it. And here's the payment chest, and here's a little reminder from me to have a banner day, because why not? And you see the major issue with this? It's empty. What's up with that? Somebody needs to get in here and get purchasing some supplies, because if you don't have a banner yet, you're not having a banner day. Might be hard to have a banner day with all the rain, but you know, whatever. So here we are. Let's come in from the front. Let's just look at this. Now open. Banner consulting. And I like the shape of this building. This was previously the Ender Pearl home delivery service, and I like that I was able to make entry on both sides. It's really cool that Dolan built on the corner here. And then we've also added this little ledge. I think you would have saw this earlier, honestly. But I really like how it looks with the different directions you can put the banners. It's got this interesting carpet. This was installed by my carpet installation company, by the way, which isn't quite running yet, but we can take a look at that later. So what is banner consulting? Well, it's a few things. We can help you. We can help you with banner design. If you still can't quite figure out what you want to make, we can help you get to that decision. Redesign. You think you got a good banner, you might not. Let's take a look at it together. Copying. Can you imagine having to make your banner from start to finish every single time you want another one? We have a banner copying service that we offer, very cheap, and we can practically make as many copies as you want, as long as you have the money to pay us for our time. We can also help with rating and many other things. You know, just ask. We'll have the discussion, we'll figure out what you need, and we'll get you what you need. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Free estimates. No iron down. 0 interest. Easy payment plan. Just ask us about it. Schedule your appointment via Skype while we still have openings available. This is going to get booked and fast. I'd like to give you a sample of our banner rating service. So here's our banner. And let's take a look at it. Let's take an honest look at it. And let's take a look at the color. For color, 2 out of 3, complimentary. It's not all the color it could be, but you know what? It works well. It looks good. It's all right. Pattern, unusual, 2 out of 3. Yeah, the pattern's different. It's strange. It's not something you'd get from just slapping down a couple pieces of dye together. It's not the most complicated thing, but there's something about it. And overall, what's the appeal? 3 out of 3, captivating. You know, even though the colors are complementary, even though it could be more colorful, the pattern's unusual, even though it could be more complicated, the appeal, it just wins your heart over. There's just something about it. And that's the type of feedback you can expect if you were to get your banner rated. It's a very good service. Your banner represents who you are, what you do, what you stand for. Is it representing you accurately? You really should come on down to bRanN's banners and make sure it is, because the worst thing you could have is a banner that doesn't really represent the heart of who you are. All right, that was a great line. So, what else do we have? We got the banner shop complete. There's a few things. Got my carpet shop. I'm starting to make some changes. I don't think we'll quite look at that yet because I want to finish it up. We have something straight down below us, a little thing that I put together that I'm kind of proud of, and so far it's been working. We'll discuss that. Trevor. We've made some progress in Trevor. And Ovi has a construction business going now, and I've got a book, and all that it's waiting for is for me to put pen to paper and to get a contract going with him so he can build us up a few things that are going to help us along, help us earn some more money, because I am far from out of debt from the OPC merge, and it's going to take a lot more hard work. But we're going to take a quick break, and I'll figure out which order we're going to cover these topics in, and I'll see you in just a moment. Trevor, home of their French, bonjours, and le cow, and la brique. I don't know. I just think the name Trevor sounds better. Trevor. I don't know about the rest of the things. But I did want to show you Trevor's very own sheep farm. TM. All rights reserved. Copyright and all that jazz. And this is, of course, a subsidiary of bRanN Corp. Now, why? Why is it a subsidiary of bRanN Corp? Well, because I made it better. Now, I had permission, so I can't take all the credit. Clandlewood gets some of the credit for giving me permission to make it better. And it might not be better by everyone's standards, but it's better by my standards. Because here's what I did. Here's what I'd done. There was fence gates here. And fence gates are great because you can click on them and then walk through them. The thing is, so can the sheep. And so what we had is we had the blue sheep with the light blue sheep, and the pink sheep with the purple sheep, and the black sheep with the white sheep. And what was happening is we were getting all sorts of sheep mixed together, and you were getting some sheep with like 2 colors and some sheep with no colors. You had some sheep that were colorblind. You had some sheep that were cross-eyed. It wasn't working out like we want. We need all of our sheep properly segregated, and that way we can get the color dyes that we want, not some weird rainbow dye. Who would want a wool that's 2 colors at once? I mean, Ovi might. He's always building crazy stuff, but not me. I need to make carpets, and I need to be able to pick specific colors, because I get specific colors ordered, or at least I will whenever I actually open the shop. But what I did, is I placed a glowstone in each of these spots, and that's actually enough to make this area mob-proof. And then I have a ladder, so you can easily just jump down, jump up, go to whatever color you want, pop out your clippers, which I don't have on me, get all the wool you could ever desire, and be on your way. Now, these were here originally just for me to keep track of which sections I had, quote-unquote, completed, because part of the other thing that I was doing was breeding these up so there was enough. And there's a couple colors that aren't maybe as full as I'd like the yellow. I think I was trying to get about 12 in each pen. I really like the yellow ones. They remind me of lemon. And I really enjoy lemon-flavored things. Or I should say things flavored with actual lemon, because that sounds much healthier than lemon flavor. Yeah, it took a while, but I'm happy. I'm happy with the results. And this is where I've gotten all my wool. So technically my banner shop is thanks to Clandlewood. So thank you, Clandlewood. And my carpet shop is soon going to be powered by Clandlewood's wool. Paige is not going to be happy. But in all honesty, I tried to get a hold of Paige. I tried to be like, hey, Paige, how's the sheep farms coming along? And she gave me some story about how Clandlewood and Trevor and sheeps, and it's ruining the market, and the price of the actual sheep has gone way up, and she hasn't been able to get enough to come in, and I don't know. Clandlewood's done something. And then I talked to her like later on, like a week after that, and she had this weird thing in her voice, and she sounded like deeper and darker and all withery, and she kept talking about something about darkness in my soul. So, I mean, I'm an overlord. I have minions. They do some pretty scary things, but she was kind of creeping me out. Now, I am looking for something else. My next point of discussion, my next thing I want to talk about is putting in a work order for Ovi. And it's going to be for some buildings, more than one, and they're going to be in Trevor. The thing is, I don't know where in Trevor they're going to be. Clandlewood is working on building this underground area for some shops. Oh my. I don't know what you got going on here, Clandle, but it looks cool. But I have no idea where that area is. Unless it's here. Hey, I found it. Okay, so, wow. This is looking pretty grand. It's going to have this big open area. And then it's going to come down here, away from the scary thunder. And in here is going to be shops. And here is an example of a shop, probably one he's putting together, where you can buy chickens, and you can buy cocoa beans. And if you don't like these chickens, you can buy these chickens. These are, I believe, let me look. These are Jersey chickens, and these are New Jersey chickens. Oh, that's weird. And these look like just regular chickens. I don't know who you're trying to fool, Clandlewood, with these regular chickens. I don't know, you're trying to pass them off as fancy chickens. These ones, I can tell they're fancy. Maybe you're just waiting for some shipment to come in to replace these guys. But these are regular Minecraft chickens, so. Anyway, I don't know why you'd want to go buy a fancy chicken with cocoa beans. Maybe the fancy chickens only eat cocoa beans. I've never owned a fancy chicken. I don't know. It looks like each one of these areas is for a shop. It looks like we got here a sissy bar to prevent mobs from coming in. Very good. Clandlewood is learning mob safety. This is a good thing. So originally I was thinking I want like a little mini version of each of my shops down here. But now that I'm seeing how much space we actually have, I'm thinking if we maybe had one larger shop that kind of had stations of some type, each one encompassing a different aspect of something that I provide. Only the shop here, ooh, look at this one. This is nice. Did something really just blow up out there? There's no one else on. Clandlewood, no wonder your area is so unsafe. But one large shop. Yes, this shop will only be to sell to people in Trevor. Now, if you're on the server and you also happen to live in Trevor, that's fine. But it's not really for it's not for the whole world. You know what I mean? I can't supply the whole world from 2 different locations. Spawn Village, Spawn Town, that can supply anyone and everyone, far and wide. This is for the people of Trevor. I think I like that idea. Okay, I'm going to get a sign here, kind of asking if I can claim this front. And I'm going to get a work order written up so we can get that down to Ovi. And then I'm going to show you the thing, deep under spawn. I'm excited. I hope you're curious. I got this work order all typed up. Now let's just get it over to Ovi. And hopefully we can break ground soon. I know he's currently busy with another job. So we'll see. Reception. Construction contract proposal deposit. I have a work order. bRanN for Clandle's Underpass Shopping Center. Future site of. It's located here. The build will be bRanN's Emporium, a multi-purpose shop where you can get all of bRanN services offered in Spawn, tailored specifically to the residents of Trevor. So the shop will have a small area dedicated to each of bRanN's current shops. The Blaze Rod, so potions, the alchemical shop, trading, in this case now, iron for other items, using the power of chemistry to convert one into the form of the other. bRanN's banners, little banner shop, yeah, and woolen carpets, which will be my future carpet shop. Materials, if you give me a list of what you need, I will provide it for you. Cost, that's to be determined between me and Ovi, and I got my signature on there. So we'll see what he thinks of that, and hopefully that will work out for the best of us. My keyboard's acting funky. That's weird. Okay, now, the moment you've all been waiting for, whether you realized it or not, because it's what's happening next, and you're watching this video. What is below? What is below the decidedly vanilla logo? Well, I'm going to have to use a little bit of cheaty to get down there, but we kind of all agreed, just for prosperity's sake, not to be in creative mode while we're on the server. So I will not be in creativity mode, but let me get down there. My keyboard is acting up so bad. Let me get down there, and then I'll explain what it is. Welcome to the bowels of the decidedly vanilla server. That makes it sound really bad, doesn't it? There is a new feature added to the snapshot we're in, or the snapshot before, where you can now get mob heads. You could always get wither skulls. You couldn't officially get creeper skulls or spider. Can you get spider skulls? I don't even know. Zombie skulls. You couldn't get those before, but now you can, and you do so by having a charged creeper kill them. Now they have also redone the way they use player heads, wherein if I pick this up, it should give me the player head. It doesn't forget what it was. And you can take this, and you can put it on your head, and you can switch into F5 mode, if I could switch into F5 mode. Hearts! Hi guys, hearts! Okay, I don't know what Cherry actually says, but I know she says hearts. Sorry, Cherry, I didn't mean to pick on you. Just the first head I grabbed. So I thought, well, how come we can't get player heads? And I know command blocks. And command blocks, we allow them on our server as long as it's for like a mini game. So that's what this is. Now, it's not quite a mini game on its own. We need to get some kind of PvP rules going or whatever. But this system, what it does is if a player kills another player, you get their head. It's a very simple concept. I'll explain some of it. Now, I'm not in creativity mode, so I can't look at the commands. But essentially, right here, this guy right here is a fill clock. So it is making a line from here to the end, and it's replacing all the blocks along this line that are redstone blocks with stone. And then it's immediately replacing all the blocks in this line that are stone with redstone blocks. So basically, it's activating every tick these 10 blocks. Now, to get this to work, I needed to be able to track who killed who. And you can track if a player if you've killed a player, or if you're killed by a player, something like that. But it's not specific to the player. One of those stats you can't do. I'm not remembering which one. I think you can track if you've killed another player, but you can't necessarily track when you've been killed by a player. Yes, that's the case. There's stats for if you're killed by a sheep or a dragon or a silverfish, but there's not stats for if you're killed by a player. But there is a team stat if you're killed by somebody from a team. So my workaround for that is I've added all of these people to the white team. So whenever somebody kills someone, it tracks that stat. And whenever someone is killed by someone, it tracks that stat. And the dumbed down explanation is whenever both of those when both of those things are true, if Swordfish has been killed, and then this is true, then it checks if someone has killed a player, not necessarily Swordfish, but this one checks, hey, did somebody kill a player? And since Swordfish just died, it then says, hey, give that person that just killed that player Swordfish's head. And then blank out all the stats. So it's reset and ready to go again. So that's why there's one for each person. This one will say, hey, did somebody kill me? Of all the people out there, who killed someone? Give that person my head, because I'm the one that just died. And clear everyone's stats. So it's very simple, very basic, and it's fun. And now we have an official way to get player heads. And I think with the head update, where you can now have the mob heads officially, I think this is really fitting. I'm sure this is something that will become a feature eventually somehow. They will have an official way for us to get player heads. But we'll have to wait and see. Until then, on Decidedly Vanilla, we can. I'd like to show you all just briefly. Logan and Ovi already were helping me test this out, so they had a few battles. And apparently Logan decided that he wanted to decorate his nether tunnel with his own head. That seems strange to me. It seems like you'd want to decorate it with Ovi's head. But, yeah. By the way, did you know, and maybe it'll turn out that I'm wrong, but did you know, let's do this right, that you could do this? Were you aware? I'm going to leave like that so Logan can see. It looks kind of strange, but also it's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if he was aware you could do that. Torches are the same way. I'm not sure if you can place them after the banner's been placed. Let's find out. I suppose you can. So I probably didn't need to break that banner, but that also means you could have some interesting designs. I don't know if this will stay this way or it's a bug. It's kind of weird that the hitbox for the banners are only on the point where it connects. We'll just have to wait and see. But that is all we have for this episode. So, as usual, this has been bRanN. I will see you next video. Have a great day. And if you have not already, please consider clicking subscribe. It shows me that you want to support what I do, and that you like what I do, and that's something else. And that's fantastic, whatever it is. See you later.